All these opportunities were just across the bridge. The world was more than twice the size, and now I was a kid. Traded in the comfort zone for life, I'm on the edge. I was gaining all my dreams, holding tightly to the pledge to myself. Was quick to move, was waist deep in the sand. We were starving to beat off all the seeds that we planted. Somewhere back a couple of years in the attic, I almost ditched the plan. To ship the work to the label back when the bars were bland. Man, on my word though, I followed through on prior engagement. The tip of my tongue not far from the innovation. Now it's mine for the taking. Tell the people mistaking me for somebody to toy with, the plug the ox to play me. Time was paralyzed, I felt the strain to stretch my lungs. Confidence depleted right along with all the funds. Those days it was less about the bread that we obtained. No other way to slice it, I was scraping by on crumbs. But I loved the feeling the odds against me. Couldn't tell me that I wouldn't get it, I wanted plenty. I was quick to defend me, feeling surrounded by angels, demons on rare occasion. Trying to shake the momentum, soon as I find a cadence. Leave it all on the record, if it's my only reference. Shocked how the bars been electric, you could tell that they felt it. Pushing the weight of the world while they sound all the fresh. Forcing the fame in my favor, kick back and watch the skeleton. More than just all in a day, spend time with the struggle, I know it too well. We gone separate ways. See, my biggest fear is to change. If I lose it, then reunite. Will I break the promise to stay the same?
Lie to me, tell me that you'll be there for me. Cause things been feeling crazy lately. Feeling so crazy. And I don't wanna seem lonely. I don't wanna seem lonely. But I don't wanna be lonely, lonely.
Middle 2010s, stuck in a place secluded deep in my mind. I'm looking out through the lens. Was in a rush to become who I am. Looking back, then I realized that I do it again. All these unfamiliar faces fade from existence. Back with impeccable time, and I've been forgiven, but I'm never forgetful. I kept it solid and simple, stuck to the rail. My word been a bind, yours artificial. You frequent with the slipper. Used to love this more like this was all that I needed. Travel the edge of the world to mix the pleasure with business. Took my time on it, won't benefit from overdue revision. Learned through they lackluster love is rooted deep in the evil. Won't tread water lightly, the waves intimidate them. Won't in my hand much too often, I set the expectation. Now I navigated dolo, unclear on praises you gave. When there's the finest line between jealousy signs of your vibration. This one's for them calling me crazy, more for the ones that told them pay me no mind. Those were the words that shaped me. Well rounded it would appear that I pieced it all together. Standing here puzzled at the way we built up the foundation. This one's for the brodies, I got us. Get 50-50, keep it some of 100. Make do what life has got us. Let go and wait and put faith in the process. Make the most of it. I'll be God as the time we allotted. Call it how I see it, provide our witness statement. The way things been gone, I'm all in on the table. They made the plan for their night, I made the long-term arrangement to take it up to a peak that we no longer afraid of. I just wanna be your everything. 'Cause that's who you are to me.
Lie to me.
Scenery. I give a fuck about a mug and what it mean to me. I'm that saucy little from the middle, man. Told that baby bounce it for me, she gon' dribble that. Got some in the paper, got it mummy wrap. Got no minutes for the funny hat. Hey, and I put it on Caesars. All I got out in public, let me poke it on the patio. Couple shots of Henny, baby, I'm with anything. And if that run up on me, let it for the soul, for the fam in the comments. Don't act, be chill with the dramas. All you gotta do is be you and be honest.
issues here. Just give me a second. Bear with me, boys. Something's going on here. I keep getting like crazy errors on the stream. Sammy, buddy, you still there? You still there, pal? Jeez, man. I'm so sorry, guys. I have no idea. This is ridiculous. We'll see if it lets me stream. Technical issues here, man. What? I just want to... It looks like it's working now. Man, oh man. What the heck? I want to look at something while I'm standing here, but hopefully it's going. It's not. We're not going to get cut off here. I'm so sorry, everybody. That was just awful, man. I was trying all these different settings. Oh my god, it was insane. I changed one thing. I was reading the forums last night. I changed one setting. And yeah, so I just dropped my bit rate and everything like that to 2,000 from 6,000 and changed my, changed a couple other things. So hopefully it's going to work. Looks like so far so good. But there's something I want to look up just real quick if you guys don't mind. But now everyone that was here is gone, of course, because the stream was failing. So we'll just wait a few seconds here, see if anyone comes back. Let me see here. vMix stream button is red. What does that mean? Looks like we're still streaming, which is good. Oh, okay. Current vMix red means A-OK stream. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, red means A-OK. That's what I thought. That's good. That is good. Okay, so YouTube is spitting out errors, but we'll see if we have any buffering issues or whatever throughout the stream. I am going to record it again, of course. So if you guys have noticed, I'm recording all my streams, and then I'm editing them. Like the last one I did, I edited out all the stuff, like when I'm talking off topic or whatnot. I cut out like over 30 minutes of footage, which is great because it was an hour and 46 minute or 40, like almost hour 50 minute, we'll say, a stream, and I cut it down to an hour and 15-minute video, and it just talked about the subject, which was blueprints and layout. So it was good stuff. It was really good stuff. I hope the stream continues here because yeah, this is just garbage, absolute garbage. See, I see just buffering. All right, guys, so we'll see here. There's nobody here at the moment. Everyone that was here during the countdown had left, so I don't blame them. But I'll just keep going here. Yeah, oh, bummer. What a bummer, man. Total bummer. I got some really good stuff to talk about today. Forgive me, I'm super tired. It was just I've been kind of watching the kids yesterday and this morning, and I haven't slept much. It was like oh my god, like I was just about to fall asleep last night, and my wife got home, and I don't know what it was, but her just sparked me awake, and I couldn't get back to sleep. It was awful. So I was trying to get some sleep this morning, like take a nap type thing, but the kids are just like wilding and going all off. So yeah, I'm really tired today, but we'll try to get through this. And I got, like I said, I got the overhead shot set up. So I'll go over some of my tools that I use, go over some websites. We'll talk about fire rating, SDC rating, certain things with materials. There's a lot of resources that you guys can check out online with, like, you know, for SDC calculators, which is sound rating and fire rating, and also just kind of mess around with different assemblies and stuff. So let me open Discord here. I just want to share it on Discord real quick and see if we can get some people back in here. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. My God. All I did was change one setting. I was going through the vMix, like the forums, and it said I should set my keyframe frequency to 2, right? So, because I had it on 3, so I did that. I set it to 2. That's all I changed. And go going through all of that, and that all, it was just going haywire. So I'm like, what the hell? So I had to go back in, and I'm quickly trying to change settings because it's like not sending data to YouTube and this and that. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on, right? But oh man, just so embarrassing. Okay, let's get to the stream. I'll share it out. If you guys can, if you're coming in, please share out the stream. Let's see if we can get some people back in here. That'd be so wonderful. Copy. It looks all right. The quality looks half decent. Not so good, but yeah. That's the thing with the lower quality, like the lower bitrate. It just doesn't look as good, like, if you ask me. But we'll have to make do with it. We'll have to make do. But I look out of focus. That's the problem. I look out of focus. So if I come in like here, let's just test just for a second. It looks completely out of focus. Even there it looks out of focus. Is it just the crappy bit rate? I don't know. What a joke. What a joke, what a joke. Okay. Then we'll close Discord so you guys aren't hearing the ding and the ding. Okay, quit Discord. Okay, I'm gonna see, maybe I can get that focused in better. I don't know what's going on here, man. But if I put this guy here, and like I said, I'm gonna start recording here right away. I just wanted to make sure the stream worked, and I'll start recording again. Oh goodness. All right, let's see here. I have to kind of crank this up a bit more. Ow! Well, it looks like we're okay with the stream. So far it's looking better. But what a disaster. What a disaster. Hey Sammy, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I just want to check to see, because I look out of focus. So I just want to quickly check here on my card and see if it's indeed I'm out of focus, or if it's the I should be in focus. All right, let's try that. Let's try that. So yeah, right off the bat, dudes, seeing that I got it right here, this is one of my favorite little tools. This little two-step, eh? It's great because it can get into all kinds of little areas and stuff. I use it here to, like, I use it on jobs too, but I use it here to like turn on my lights and stuff like that, so I don't have to bring them down and stuff. Oh, but yeah, it was looking good at first there, Sammy. Like, it was looking like I had it figured out, and then all of a sudden, boom, vMix just started shutting down. Like, it was saying can't connect, and can't connect to YouTube and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my god. I did enjoy the film. You guys did a good job. Yeah, it was good. I was just wondering, because like he kept talking the only thing I didn't really understand, and it confused me, was he was talking about his film, but there was no real like correlation to what you guys were doing with your film and his film. You know what I mean? Like, there was nothing that matched that up, so it didn't make sense why he was talking about a film that we really didn't know anything about. You know, it was just it was just that was a little weird, but it was good. I liked how you guys, your shots, your angles, you know, like, that was good. That was good filming, buddy. You did a good job. Yeah, that's what she said. How's it going, Professor X? What's up, man? Zaphiel, my man. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm streaming at a lower bit rate, so I don't expect it to be a good, perfect quality. you'd have to see the film to know about it. Sure, yeah, absolutely you would. Yeah, it didn't make sense, that's all. But to guys who haven't seen the film or doesn't know who the guy is or anything, but yeah. After watching his, yeah, I'd like to see his. Yeah, absolutely. Where is it posted somewhere? You should share it in the Discord to me or something. I'll watch his for sure, buddy. Okay, let me go to my channel, and I'll quickly gonna go over something here. And I might as well start, yeah, that'd be great, Sammy. I'd love to see it. All right, so you guys can hear me though. Volume is good. How's Professor X doing? How you doing, brother? And how are you, Sammy? How are you doing, my man? Okay, what was I doing again? Shit. What was that? Oh, recording. Yes, recording. Start recording. Okay. All right. So recording. I'm starting to record, and the reason why I wanted to talk about that, I want to show you quickly while we're doing this. Nope, this one. Okay. So the last video I did, last live stream, I cut out all the fat and then re-uploaded it. So it was higher quality video. I remastered the audio, so the audio is good, and I cut out all the fat. So there's nothing but talking about blueprints and layout on this video, and that's why it took me a little bit longer to upload it. But yeah, what's up with Nightbot, yo? Let me log into to Nightbot and see what's going on. Well, in a second I will, when I get off this screen. But you can kind of see the live remastered. Okay, this little logo that I've made, it's going to be on the remastered videos from the live streams that I've done, so you can tell the difference. Okay, so if you watch the one without that logo on it, okay, then you know that's the actual live stream. So there could be buffering issues, and then of course there's the interactions with the community, and we get off topic sometimes or whatever. But when it has this logo on it, it's been remastered, so it just talks about that subject. That's it. That's all. Plus, it gives you, I've noticed, like really much better quality as well, right? Because I can render it and it looks super nice. Okay. But so like vMix is showing me perfect red, which is good. So vMix isn't having any issues. YouTube, I don't know what's up, but maybe we'll get to the bottom of this after all. Who knows? But just a little bit of housekeeping so that you guys know. I'm going to cut this probably into a little short, explaining it to people that watch out for that logo, okay? That live remastered. That's what that means, okay, guys? Right there, see? And if you can kind of see the old, if I go to live, right? There's the original one right there, okay? Doesn't have that logo on it, live remastered, okay? But yeah, so YouTube, nobody's here. Nobody's here again. Darn it. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. So we're trying to figure out this buffering issue is awful. Like it's the worst, right? So, but yeah, my documentary here as well. If you guys haven't seen my documentary, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a long film, but it's powerful. It's really special. It helped a lot of people. Everybody, so Sammy, I don't know, but everybody who was charged criminally during this film, I sent the video footage to all their lawyers, and every single one of them, all their charges were dropped. So nobody has outstanding charges, and so that was good. Yeah, Sammy, you're right on, buddy. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I was just at Home Depot the other day because I was fixing all the piping, like on my kitchen sink. It's a funny story. So I'm at Home Depot, and it doesn't. Anyways, this is irrelevant. So it's leaking like crazy. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I look, I find 2 failure points, and one is right all the drain in proper, and then the trap, the P trap. It cost me about $120 in parts in total, so not too bad, right? Just for like, I just did just cut out the pipes and replaced everything, right? But So yeah. So anyways, I had to go to Home Depot 3 times. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta go get this part. It's just down the street anyway for me, so it's not a big deal. But anyway, so the P-trap, the guy, whoever put it on, must have broke it during installation because it was completely cracked, and that doesn't happen, right? That can only happen during installation, okay? So what they did is it cracked while they were installing it, and they just siliconed the crap out of it. So after, we've been in the house for 5 years now, the silicone's all eaten away or whatever, it's loosened up, and it's leaking through that, right? So anyway, so when I replaced all that, or I was in the middle of replacing it, and I'm looking in case of the part that goes back to the tree, like the tree connection, right, that goes up to the vent and then over to the other sink or whatever, I'm like, pop, snapped right off, like, snap, like, I just touched it lightly and the whole thing, the pipe going into it snapped right off. So yeah, I had to cut that all out, replaced it all. At least it's good though. Those you have to use those when you're cutting out old pipe. You got to use those flex couplers because it's just how you can't fit stiff pipe in, so you have to use those flex ones. So I had the flex tree, and now you had to get 2 flex couplers, new P-trap, and of course a length of ABS, which is fine, yeah, it wasn't too bad. So I cut the pipe, the ABS in nice and tight. And it was all beautiful. Everything's sealed back up. There's no silicone. And yeah, it's perfectly bone dry. And that shit probably will last 100 or plus years the way it is now. So, but yeah, it's so funny. The guy, every time I go in, it's something, the old homeowner always messing stuff up. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. And I hate plumbing. That's my least favorite thing to do is plumbing because I don't know. I always just make stupid mistakes when I'm doing plumbing. Like oh well, yeah, I have to. Especially in some areas you have to use them because when it's when the pipe is going down I'd have to go and replace the whole line. Forget that. So what I've done though, Zaphael, is the ABS is literally touching inside to inside. The flex couplers are like this long. I don't know how many in inches, but they're long, right? And so the ABS, I literally cut so it's tight, touching inside that flex coupler. It's not loose, it's tight, right? And but yeah, you're right. Yeah, you replace the whole entire thing. But yeah, I wasn't about to do that. I'd have to go in and who knows? If I'm just thinking, what's below me there? It's my furnace room actually, so it probably wouldn't have been too hard. But yeah, because I wish there was a way you could get loosen those pipes up after they've been glued. But I get it. I get why you can't. But it should work. It's nice and tight. I it all. So I don't see any errors on vMix, but I'm seeing them on YouTube. But usually the vMix is flashing orange, but it's solid red. So who knows if it's right? But no, yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, got that fixed. So anyways, so what I'm saying is, so I had the pipes cut out, and we had a bowl that we were catching water in. What do you think Dummy does? I dumped the water in the sink. The water comes right out of the pipes. I'm like, what an idiot. I'm like, that's what I mean. I just, when I was doing the shower, for example, not turning the main water off and taking the cartridge out. You know what I mean? Getting soaked. Every time I get soaked. I can't. I did plumbing once, hopefully, exactly. Yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah. How is the stream for you guys so far? Is it buffering? Is it lagging? Are you guys having any issues? Because vMix is telling me it's good. YouTube is telling me it's Harry Canary, but yeah, we'll see what's up. I just hate to do this, but I am recording, so we'll get some content out of this. Let's flip over here. What do you want to do? You want to talk tools or what? or materials, or hell, let's just go through the websites first here. Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's probably YouTube, man. That's why it's just like, man, people don't watch, like, it's so frustrating. You guys know I love live streaming. It's just it's so disheartening and discouraging. Like it just the buffering, it's just awful. There's no excuse for it, man. No excuse. But we'll go over some things here. Um, so USG.com is obviously CGC. You can get drywall. You can get different like finishing products, right? Like T-bar products, ceiling products, stuff like that. You can always browse these websites and get familiar with the materials and stuff yourself. Basic materials would be like let's check out drywall panels, for example. Okay, so standard sheetrock or standard gypsum board panels. Okay, look at this AR fire code C panels with abuse. So that's abuse resistant. So abuse board. You'll find those things like 4 feet up in hospitals, sometimes like in busy traffic areas, in like certain places or whatnot, right? Type X, okay? So this is abuse resistant and type X, so fire resistant. So if it's type X, it's also fire resistance. This is 5/8, right? This I don't think I've ever really seen type X half inch. I think you need to go 5/8 to get that fire rating. Have you ever seen half inch type X? Or I don't think it's a thing, but you always got to go 5/8 when it comes to fire, right? So there we go. There's sheetrock brand fire code C. So C gypsum panels that provide superior fire resistance for ceiling and column. Okay, so fire rated, so 5/8 fire rated C for a ceiling board, and it's usually got like see, like you can tell the colors of the tabs here. Let me just kind of zoom in there. They'll have different colors, like yellow, I think, usually for ceiling board, or fluorescent green or something like that. I can't remember. Doesn't look like it actually is that different here on this brand. Look at that. So brand flexible liner. So it's also going to be 24 inches wide instead of 4 feet. Okay. And then you got your glass mat, mold tough, abuse resistant type X panels. 5/8. It comes in half inch as well. Tapered edge. So this is with abuse, moisture, and mold. Very high. So in this one here, right, the VHI Fire Code X panels. This is glass mat type X panels with very high impact, moisture, and mold resistance. So these, you'll use this stuff on like exterior walls, and then like you can use it behind to tile. And like even I've seen them use it in like showers, and you put Ditra and tile as well. I've seen it. You can get this stuff for roof sheeting as well. It goes underneath the insulation. But you can't tape and paint this stuff. Okay, just to be aware, you can't tape and paint glass mat, right? So look at that. We got what's this here? So sheetrock brand gypsum panels, 3/8 and 1/4 inch. So that's just thinner stuff, smooth, square edge, tapered edge, square edge. And then you got your mold, like your blue board. We call it blue board. I've seen it green as well. It could be green or blue. But yeah, that's for bathrooms. Okay, because you can tape and paint this stuff, right? So this is good stuff. 5/8, half inch. You can get it in half inch as well. Liner panels, right? So look at that, mold liner panels. What do we got here? So there's lots of different kinds, right, of board, but you don't really need to be an expert in this to know. You're not going to be using. There's just like pretty much standard, like for bathrooms and stuff. Mostly we're going to use half inch, okay, mold board, blue or green board, okay, regular half inch. we got 5/8 Type X. Just always get Type X, 5/8 Type X, and that's and then you'll specialty boards would be abuse board, or cement board would be specialty. I wouldn't call glass mat specialty because it's used a lot, so it's a standard sheet. This glass mat you can get like fluorescent green. They're like fluorescent green panels or like fluorescent yellow. Either or, it's the same thing. Those are for like exterior walls. There's some that are for the roof panels. They'll say on it, right? Which it's for. But obviously, if it's for the roof, it'll probably be on the roof. It's not gonna be on your job site, like inside for if you know you're gonna need it. It's ultralight. I don't know why everything ain't ultralight now. It's so ridiculous to me. Okay, you got Type X ultralight. So I don't know why everything isn't ultralight. It's beyond me. I still haven't figured that one out yet. It's like 30% lighter than regular sheets, so it's always like it's always making me wonder, right? So I don't understand it, but why they still make regular? Does anyone know the answer to that? Why they still make regular board when they got ultralight? It's so weird to me, right? What's this here? Cavity shaft wall. Is this what I think it is? Oh, elevator shafts and stuff. I want to check this out a little closer. There you go. There's the cement board right there with edge guard. Right, so strong, water durable tile base with enhanced proprietary edge performance, preventing spin out and crumbling. Right, this is good stuff for tile backer. Right. Not necessary for all tile though, okay? So like I said, in bathrooms, okay, you don't need to use cement board, just use mold resistant board everywhere, and you can tile right to that even, okay? I like I said, people use Dietrich sheeting all as well, it's all good. So look at that, abuse and mold resistant. Like I've never seen this before. Super tile, which is Fibrock brand tile backer board, unique fiber reinforced gypsum product that includes water resistant core for supreme durability and superior performance in wet and dry environments. Fire code, mold and mildew resistant. You can get it. It's 5/8, 3 foot and 4 foot. Oh wow, interesting. I want to check that one out a little bit more too. So now we're getting into specialty, right? So this what's this all about? Oh, this is the... Oh, I don't want this. I don't want this. Close this. Come on, man. Yeah, it's shaft wall. Yeah, that's what I thought. So what it was showing you there was the studs then. I was like, what the heck? That drawing on the other page was just weird, okay? But yeah, these are 2 foot wide sheets. So the studs are special so that it's kind of, you can drywall the inside of a shaft, right? And you just slip the drywall in and it snaps in. It's pretty easy. And then the track that goes all the way around is like an L. It's like an L track, okay? So obviously the bigger piece goes on the inside and you just put the ends up. You screw through the board into the steel that way, okay? It's pretty straightforward. And then when you're doing your sheets, you don't have to put screws in the studs. In fact, you don't. You put screws at the top through the track and at the bottom in the track. That's it, okay? You don't put screws down the studs, okay? It's simple as that. And they snug in, the stud snugs up tight. I thought it would show you a stud. That's why I wanted to open up this page, but it doesn't. But we can get back to that some other time or later on. So this right here, interesting. I wanted to see what this is about. If I can... it doesn't really... So let's see here. This stuff right here. So uniform composition provides both strength, water, used in both wet and dry areas throughout the home. Ideal under tile, stone, vinyl, hardwood flooring. So this is like a floorboard too. So laminate flooring, carpeting, and countertops. Superior tile bond, 3 times industry standard. free of resins, adhesives, and solvents that might stain a vinyl floor. Provides a smooth, flat, paintable surface for wall applications. Easy to cut, fasten, and install. Interesting. So you can get it 1/4 inch, 3/8, so 5/8, 0.42. I don't understand 0.42. That's weird. But you can get it in 3 foot, 4. Okay, these are the sizes: 4x4, 3x5, 4x4, 4x8, 3x5, 3x5, 4x8, 3x5, 4x8. So that's some weird sizes. That's also some weird sizes. But no, interesting. Load some more, I suppose. I don't know what more there would be, but oh yeah, then the underlay and all that. But we don't really do any of that. We're worried about walls, okay? We don't do floors so much, but it's good to know, like the difference, like the differences, right? But yeah, if you go to, let's just jump down to joint compound. The main ones are, we use yellow, okay? Yellow for bedding the tape, and like green for coating, basically, okay? I like the all-purpose blue for you in bathrooms. So when you're using mold board, the blue board, I like to use the blue mud, the all-purpose for the bathrooms. It's just a little stronger than the green, okay? So I like that. Of course, I embed. Yeah, abuse board is for impact resistance. That's right. Yeah. So when you, like in hospitals, for example, you know how the hallways all get 4 feet up. In schools, when you're doing schools, 4 feet up gets all abuse board. You know, it's just that stronger wall doesn't get dented as easily. It's just, it is what it is. It's super heavy. It's super dense, super heavy stuff. It really sucks to install and to like carry and stuff. It does suck. So. And it's the whole reason why I don't do schools or hospitals anymore. Because I don't want to lift it. Well, that and all the rock soul. Alright, I don't know what this is all about, but this is weird. We don't really use these kinds of boxes or bags, okay? We use big boxes. So this 20, the number is the number of minutes it takes to set. Okay, so the lower the number, the faster the set. So if you want to I use fast set powder, and I'll add it in to existing mud, or I'll get some fast set, and that's what I'll use for patches, repairs, like big dents or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'll use fast set. If you have a limited budget or limited time here, you can also mix some fast set into your mud to help it dry quicker. Hey, what's up, Bill? How's it going, brother? Good to see you, man. Red, usually like red would be like a super light, like for skim coating and stuff, like our higher, like we use that for more like a higher end, I guess I would say. Like we would add that on top of the green. Or like a skim coat. I skim coat with anything. I don't matter. But you got look at that Durabond 90. That's a popular product. These are weird number. Like I think here we go. These, anyways. Cinco is not too bad. I like the one thing I like about the Cinco mud is your first coat it dries white. But when you're using green for your second coat, it dries like a tan color, so you can look at a wall and see where you've done and stuff. But like I said, the all-purpose, the blue is what I use in bathrooms. I don't know if that's just what I do or what I've been taught, right? Yellow for taping, green for your coating. Okay. And also using yellow when you're doing your first coat on corner beads, or setting your corner beads, and trim, right? So basically with the plastic trim tech, I will staple that on, okay? And then I'll coat it with yellow, right? First coat. This is the yellow's got more glue in it, and it's stronger. It's harder to sand. And then I'll finish coat with green and make it all nice. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. There we go. This is basically it right there. Okay, so you got yellow and green, two most popular. Basically, all you need to tape is yellow and green. Okay, you can use this right here. This all-purpose is good, like I was saying, for bathrooms, like where there's more water. I like to use that. This is a bit stronger than the green, right? And then yeah, there's different sets. Okay, like I was saying, fast sets or whatever that you could use for damages, repairs, like touch-ups and stuff at the end. Okay, so a lot of times when your drywall is being delivered, the delivery guys will bang it up, break a corner. You got a rookie doing installs, will break a bevel or something, you know, and what you'll do is you'll go ahead and pre-fill that stuff with fast set. Okay? You pre-fill your big gaps, or sometimes like walls, just like, especially when you're drywalling on wood, your corners are gonna have like you know, big gaps. You know, it's just wood, right? So you just go ahead and you pre-fill as much as you can with fast set before you go in and start taping. Okay. And then of course for patches and stuff like that, it's just hard. It's just hard, right? It's nice to use. So good stuff. Good stuff. We're getting through here. Joint tape. Basically, what I use is the 2-inch tape. Okay, you got your paper tape, 500 foot roll. So the Cinco stuff is okay. Okay, I don't mind using it. But if you're gonna go like the certain teed is way better quality. Okay, certain teed is better quality. You don't get that nice coloring, right? Yeah, no, you don't. Not typically. You don't get a discount typically, or charge them. Sometimes if they're getting out of hand, you'll tell them, and then you know their boss will give them a talking to. But we have this one company here in Edmonton. They're called. I'm not going to say what they're called. It's hard not to know. But they're called Pacific West. But we call them Pack Worst. Okay, because their deliveries are awful. Like they're always the sheets are pretty beat up when they deliver. So. Not all the time, but I mean, I did apartment buildings with them for years straight, and every single unit, the sheets were beat to hell. So, like, we're talking big broken parts. Like, oh man, it's brutal. And when you're lifting a 12-foot sheet above your head and it snaps, because you know, like that's a real piss off, you know. But yeah, I always use paper joint. Sometimes I'll use the mesh for certain things. I think that's what this is here, the fiberglass, right? Yeah, I'll use it for like sometimes on repairs. Okay, like if we're patching in a piece, I might use it. It's I don't really know. It's self-adhesive, exceptional joint strength, fiberglass joint. I'm not sure why. It's weird. Like I've never really been told the difference between these two. So if you guys know. The difference between I just think the paper tape is probably a better product. I've seen jobs where they've used nothing but this mesh fiberglass too. Like when I was a kid, I haven't seen it since being an adult, but when I was a kid, I seen contractors do that, and that was normal to me. And then coming out west and working all the time, you never ever see this stuff. Always paper tape. So. And I get it. I like the paper tape by far. I can kind of see, like, with this mesh tape, you can see... oh, man, if that... No, metal is... That's different. Whole different story. Yeah, if they were damaging metal siding, that would be a problem. That would be a big problem. That's a finished product. Like, you know, drywall ain't a finished product. So, I get it. They're just rough and come on. It doesn't take... No offense... drywall delivery guys, but it doesn't take a genius to deliver that stuff. It just takes a strong meat. What we use out west here, we don't use metal corners. Metal corners are a real pain in the butt. It's not going to show you pictures anyway. All right, that's fine. Fair enough. Anyways, so you can get 90s for outside corner. You can get 90s for inside corners even. You can get, there's this straight flex here. I wonder if they got my brand. I like the 360. So yeah, so wide flex 400, straight flex 90, paper face, straight flex original drywall inside and outside flex. Or maybe this is the one I used, the 300. It could be a 300. I thought it was like 360, but or 350 what I used, but I guess this is it. I don't know. But yeah, this is for those like 45s inside like inside and outside 45s, you know. And then there's another one. There's a brand I bought at Home Depot it's a little bit different. So what I've done is I've used it for corner bead, exterior corner bead on bulkheads or clouds that are high up that no one will ever touch or anything if I've run out of corner bead. It's actually quite handy. It's a smaller, it's just like the same size, like 1.5 by 1.5, so it'll be like, you know, 1.5 on either side or whatever. It's super handy, actually, super handy. But yeah, that's just it. There's Trim Tech plastic as well. I don't know if that should have kind of been in there, but we don't really get into the textures or primers or patching and repair too much. But there's plastic as well, right? Like Trim Tech, we call it. So you got Tearaway, which is I show you guys that all the time. That goes around the inside of the windows and stuff like that, or when a wall goes into concrete, you know, or like CMU, concrete block, or concrete wall. Anytime drywall goes into something, you'll use plastic to separate it. Okay, you don't put the drywall into that. You always stop the drywall 1/4 inch to 3/8 back from the CMU or whatever it is, okay? And then you put the tearaway in there, okay? And the reason why I call it tearaway is it's got a lip on it. You coat it all and you finish it all, sand it all, and at the end you just tear it off. Tear off the thing and it gives a beautiful line. You know, it's simple as that. You can get that flat so that it doesn't have a part that goes in. So say it's too tight, right? You can get it flat as well. That just goes on, but it's better to get the one that's so simple as that, dude. So that's the drywall side of it. But then Bailey Metal is where we pretty much get all of our steel stud from, okay? And steel stud is pretty simple. There's not like, you know, just knowing the different sizes, right? You're like what you're working with, anywhere from 1 5/8 to 8 inch, basically, is pretty standard, okay? And you 8 inches for exterior walls. 6 inch you can use for exterior walls. I've never seen anything lower than 6 inch for exterior walls. It's usually 6 or 8. I've seen 10 even. And then you're using 18 gauge, 16 gauge, even 15 gauge for exterior walls. Your demising walls, anything up to like 18 feet, you're good with 25 gauge. You know, some places I think when you get up to 18 feet, you got to switch to 20 gauge, which is fine. Depends on what you're doing. Like this is where the trick is, okay, guys. So we use 25 gauge 6 inch for most demising walls because the I-beam will be at like 16 feet or lower, okay. And so that's where the slot track goes, is is right at that I-beam, okay. And then you got a 2-foot piece on top, so your 3/4 inch expansion joint at the slot track, and then you got like would be technically a bulkhead on top of that, so you can use all light gauge for that. You know what I mean? But if it's going straight up 18 feet, then you might have to use 20 gauge, okay? Check the codes. Yeah, so I was just talking with somebody in the comments who just made me think about that. I'm like, I don't know, I've never really learned about that before, but if that is in fact a code, then the reason why we're getting away with it is because the I-beam is 2 feet below the Q deck, right? So. But if you're doing interior partitions and stuff like that, it doesn't matter. You can use 25 gauge, 18 feet long. It doesn't matter. Sorry, get itchy here. Yeah, but yeah, most of the metal we make, like better. This is Bailey Metal right here. So shout out. Clips, fasteners. I'm surprised by. Here, right, you can see this is where the 1 inch go for the liner panel goes in, and if I can there's the track. So here's the track. This even got tabs, See the tabs there? So that's probably they're probably 2 feet apart. Anyway, so you would put the stud in, and you're gonna screw the sheet. This is gonna be the outside right here. The short lip is gonna be on your side, the outside, and the wide is on the inside. So you push the board in, and it slides into the stud, and then the studs just kind of like, you know, whoop, 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 into each other, and then you put your screws through the bottom and top. Okay, this is your bottom and top track. You don't use there's no slot track in this, so if you're in a deflection situation, or tack it in if you need to, but like I was saying, you don't really need to. But that's the system there, so that's pretty straightforward. And steel stud, yeah, like the most important thing you want to learn, like, is you got studs, okay? The color system. I don't let me think. I don't remember the color system off by heart. I think red is red's 15 gauge, orange 16, or the other way around. Green is 18, white is 20. And I don't know, 25 is I don't know. 25 gauge is just so easy because it's light gauge. It's the only one that's flimsy, so that's pretty straightforward. But let's see here, accessories. Let's check out accessories. I'm thinking like, yeah, so res bar, so resilient bar. Okay, so that is for sound rating. Okay, and you put it every 16 inches up. You put one at the top, one at the bottom, and then every 16 inches up. If you can tell, it's got a tab, and you always screw in the bottom, okay? And it does matter which way it goes, okay? But you can clearly see on this picture that it faces up, okay, pointing it up, so that it like the part that's loose will be at the top, okay? And you put the screws in the bottom. Every single one needs to be screwed in on every stud, okay? Yeah, RC plus. That's what they call RC plus. So resilient channel. Okay, that's for sound rating. Okay, let me see if we can get a better look at it. Not really, but hopefully you guys can kind of see this, just to kind of give you an idea of the installation real quick here. Come on, baby. We're not going to watch this whole thing. But yeah, you see that? How it's going, how it faces up, okay? That's how it's done. Man, I need to reach out to Bailey. I should do videos for them. Like, this guy's using an impact gun to install drywall, for crying out loud. And I was talking, and Bailey did say I could have a tour of the factory after COVID, so I should reach out to them again. I would like to get a tour of the factory and do and show. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna put Bailey on the list. But yeah, res bar. That's what resilient channel looks like. Let me get my notepad. God, I have a busy week ahead of me. I'm trying to approach people, and it goes on the ceiling as well, right? Okay, I got Bailey's on the list. All right. That's too funny. And I'm not too sure. Not too sure how well it works either. I'm not too sure. I think going double layer 5/8 and using Roxel or insulation is better. I was considering it in here, But yeah, I went double layer 5/8 and green glue, the soundproofing glue instead. And yeah, because I got the 16 gauge 6-inch steel stud, and then it's all filled with R20, and then it's also polyed because it's exterior wall, and everything's caulked like the Chemtron, like sealed, everything's sealed, blah blah blah. And yeah, see how you just overlap it too, right? You always has to overlap, and you can't, like, you have to be careful. It's not going to be flimsy because you have to be able to screw it in. So I overlap it properly, and yeah, always make sure it goes past a stud, right, or lands on a stud, right? You don't want it to stop in the middle between two studs, because then when you're trying to screw it in, right, it's not going to work unless it's overlapped properly, right? Unless you have another one overlapping to the other stud or something, okay? But what I do, so when we do big long hallways with this stuff, or we do like a hotel where it's in every single party wall, I have a stick, a marking stick. So I'll mark every 16 inches, okay? I'll mark it on a stick, and that's what I do. I put the stick on the ground and mark, middle, mark, end, mark. That's it, okay? I don't hold my tape measure out and mark it. I even do that when I'm on the ceiling, dudes. I just have a marking stick. Obviously use something lighter weight. I just put the marking stick on the wall and mark, okay? And then I'll move it to my my last mark. Simple, right? Yeah, that's it. Like the 5/8 board, yeah, 5/8 is good for sound rating. That's double layer 5/8 is good stuff. Yeah, I think you might use this stuff if you're not going double layer. Maybe this in conjunction with double layer too. I'm not sure. Can't remember. I think it is. I think most of the time, most party walls, like in hotels and stuff, I don't know. Do we go double layer in? I'm just thinking hotels specifically. I can't. It's been a while since I've done one, but I know that this res bar is everywhere, but I don't know if we do double layer. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. But yeah, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. How's Will Cash doing, my man? Good to see you, brother. Where are we at? Shoot. And then I guess the only a couple other really popular things that we use is furring bar and angle. Those are a couple of yeah. So I've never seen it. I've never ever seen it done vertical. Okay, I've only ever seen it horizontal. Okay, so yeah, if you're and you're using stand-ups. So yeah, usually with steel stud, we don't do a whole lot of laydowns with steel stud, right? It's mostly stand-ups, because there is like I do know it's for proper ratings you need to stand up the sheets on steel stud, but in certain areas like bathrooms, for example, okay, you want to maximize your coverage, of course, okay? So you just want one joint in the middle, basically all the way around, right? So sometimes we lay down sheets on steel stud, but most of the time, like 90%, 95% of the time, we're always doing stand-ups on steel stud, okay? And same thing on wood too. Like, I guess if you're gonna do this on wood, it's gotta be horizontal res channel. I've never seen res channel vertical. Never ever seen it that way. I don't think it would work, because it's designed this way. Okay, that's why, like, it's got a flap that sticks up. Okay, I think that's how the vibration works. It wouldn't work the same, because then you would have to, like, you'd have to frame your walls sideways or something. Like the studs would have to go this way, or you would have to go. Or you'd have to have your studs and then a layer of furring bar this way, and then a layer of res channel this way or something. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, you know, when you're doing cladding, okay, you can double layer Z bar, you know, and have different thicknesses of Z bar, insulate it, and then yeah. But no, yeah, that'll work. So yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, the board, no, you wouldn't do laydowns on the board on this. It would be all stand-ups, yeah. Yeah. For res channel, yeah, all stand-ups. Yeah, for sure. You couldn't lay the sheets down. No, it wouldn't work. So actually, thinking of it though, Verdon, you know what? I'm trying to think. I think we did do that once. You're right. Double layer. That's it. Double layer. So if that's right. So Virgin, good point. So what we've done on I remember now on what we did on the hallways. It's all wood framed apartment complexes. 4-story walk-ups, and then we got, or 6-story, whatever, who cares, long 300 feet long hallways, okay, all wood. So res bar always goes horizontal, always. So first layer, stand up. Second layer, lay down, okay, lay down 12s. But this is the trick, okay, you're adding extra res bar in, okay, so you're gonna have an extra piece of res bar. So for the lay down part, make sure you got one to catch your bottom and one to catch your top. So you're adding 2 pieces of res bar in the middle. Okay, that's to make sure your lay downs fit. That way you only have the one joint. Okay, one joint down the middle of the hallway type thing. So yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, or you can only do lay downs with res bar if it's double layer. Okay, that's how it's done. Yeah. Duh. So that hallway trick would work for rooms too, or whatever, right? Party walls and stuff. But yeah, good point. Good to bring that up. How you doing, veteran man? Veteran. Yeah, right on. No, that's cool, brother. Right on. Appreciate that. But yeah, man. Like I was saying, we got. Let's go back to accessories here for a second, because I just to quickly touch on. Backer bar, wind brace, grommet, Z bar, channel. I guess channel is important, right? Like this is the U bar or channel. Okay, we put that as a stiffener. Okay, you put this in every 4 feet. It helps keeps the insulation in the wall. It stops it from falling down. So even when you're framing wood, you put blocking in to hold your insulation in, right? But with this is nice because it like the insulation touches. It's beautiful. There's no spaces or gaps in it, right? Yeah, 12-foot lengths. Usually always 12-foot lengths. I've never seen it. And then see these clips right here? You can also clip it. Oh, dude, up Highway 7, eh? So clips, you can clip it on exterior walls. I think you almost always clip exterior walls. But this, I don't like installing clips this way. Okay, I like installing clips on the inside of the stud because it stops it from like turning, like more. If so, I don't use these. I manufacture my own clips. Just cut angle. Okay, you just cut angle to fit inside, and it's nice. Like you can, of course, do it this way for sure, but it's definitely quicker and easier to do it this way. But I just clamp it in and screw it, boom, 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 boom. But yeah, I tend to put them on the inside as much as I can. So of course, when I'm lazy and I'm bored, like I'm tired or whatever, I'm gonna put it on the outside. But I think maybe it might matter more on the bigger 6-inch studs, right, or 8-inch studs, but. Clips, you're also going to take these clips, you're going to shoot them into or just your angle, okay? It's clips, you'll just shoot them 2 shots into your column on the end of the wall. That way, it's not moving at all, okay? You can't move off the structure, okay? And then you're clipping, and you just stagger your clips, okay? You put one here, one here, one here, you stagger them, boom, boom, boom. You don't go every single stud, you just stagger them. Yeah, flat strap. So there's flat stock as well. We call flat stock. It comes in coils, but I'm not so sure. Like it's a strengthening, stiffening thing. If it's engineered and spec'd, you just install it. I'm not so sure the purpose behind it, other than keeping it square. I don't know how much strength it adds. I really don't know. But yeah, flat strap as well. So when you can't hang the back side of the wall. Yeah, right on, man. That's cool. Yeah, Huntsville. That's awesome, man. Right on. Yeah, actually, my dad does a lot of construction down in Ontario. I'm from Ontario. Yeah, my dad does a lot of stuff in the Kawartha Lakes. He does a lot of like multi-million-dollar cottages around the lakes and stuff. So, yeah, he's pretty cool. I wanted to do a job with him, but I think he's too old. I don't know. He doesn't want to do a job with me. He might be retiring. Who knows? Just curious. Wonder what they have for drywall trim solutions. Just to check here. Oh yeah, I see. You can get flex. You can get flex like track that bends as well now, which is kind of neat. You don't have to use a track bender. You can get stuff that actually bends now, which is cool. You don't always know. You don't have to screw in the stud. Like you don't have to screw the stud into the track if you're crimping it. No, but I see. I don't use crimpers. I always use screws. I find the screws to be 10 times faster than crimping. Honestly, I do. Because crimping, if you know how when you're crimping, there's like you've got to do half crimp. Okay, it's like a boom boom. If you go all the way in, we call that a bitch crimp, and it's like it's no good. That won't hold. You want to just go boom, just that one little boom. So you gotta, you don't want to crank, okay? Because that's just we call those bitch crimps. They don't hold, okay? When you go all the way, you just want to go halfway. So, but yeah, you could put a screw in after or whatever. It's all good. I don't recommend doing that too much. Like at least in the bottoms, right? You should put screws in and crimp the tops, or put screws in one side and crimp the back sides type thing, I like that. I see a lot. But you don't have to. No, you definitely don't have to. But just beware, okay? Like if you're not screwing your studs in, those crimps aren't the best. Like especially with light gauge, or that's the only time you can crimp is with light gauge. It just too flimsy. You know what I mean? Like light gauge is already flimsy enough without having extra problems when you're drywalling. Okay, if you're just the framer and you can get away with that, sure. But if you're going to be doing the drywalling and taping after, okay, you want that your steel. You want it to be strong. Yeah, metal dome. Yeah, these are cool, eh? You can get all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I want to build man. I'm gonna when I do my house here, I'm gonna do something round in the middle of my living room for sure. I'm working on that. We use that CRC when the wall is over 12 foot. Also, like I said, the flat strap goes on furred walls. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Word. I hear you. I don't understand that. I don't understand it either. That doesn't make too much sense because furring walls, like I said, who cares what's on the back side of it? A furring wall is usually in front of a concrete wall or already a double layer 5/8 both side demising wall. It's just you're furring it out to put plumbing and electrical in. I don't know exactly how you're gonna get the strapping on the back. Unless you're building the wall on the floor and then standing it up, which that's a weird. So I don't know why you're doing that, but but you're right. I've seen it on exterior wall paneling, and it's basically just to keep it square and help through the delivery process and installation process to keep it square. But yeah, if you're building in place, I don't understand using metal strapping corner to corner like that. It doesn't make too much sense. But sometimes like in hotels and things like that, it is specified. So you just install it, right? But yeah. So I did my sheet metal. I am a sheet metal apprentice. I've used brakes, but no, we steel stud guys don't use brakes. No, brake forms are for sheet metal workers doing ducts or like flashings for like cladding and stuff like that, metal roofing stuff like that. Okay, that's who uses brakes. But yeah, no, just steel stud guys never use brakes. They probably wouldn't even know what one was. You know what I mean? But no, brake forms are for flashings. And like most of that stuff big stuff is going to be manufactured at the shop, but you just have a small brake, like a 4-foot brake on site for just small flashings and stuff, right? But yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Will Cash. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a hotel. I know. That's the only time I've seen it is in a hotel myself. But we didn't have to install it on the backside. We installed it on the inside, right? And then that was only on corners. Like I think it was like on the corners. It wasn't on in between units. It was just on the outsides. I think. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we didn't have to put it on the back side of the wall, just on the inside. Unless it's exposed and you're on a lift and you can do it, right? Then yeah, for sure. That I get. Yeah, for sure, right? Because if you're on a lift and you can, and it's all exposed, then you can strap it out with a flat stock. Yes, right? That's probably what's going on there. When it's over 12 feet. Okay, I got you. But yeah, dudes, that's the thing. Like my crimper, I don't even know where my crimper is. I never use it. I never ever use it. I'm just so efficient with the screws. I just keep a handful of framing screws in my thing, and I just go zip, 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 zip. It's just so easy. I don't understand the crimping thing. It's just they're long handled, they're bigger, bulky, and plus that's a kind of that motion with my hand specifically. I have issues with my hands. I can't do it that well. Like I can do it once in a while, but I couldn't crimp out a whole job. That would just destroy my hand. There's no way I'd be able to do that, but it might work for some people. I don't know. I just don't know. But my recommendation for the best quality is to use screws always. Yeah. But if you are crimping, just be careful not to bitch crimp it all the way. It's just like a half crimp. That's the strongest crimp. But yeah, no, lots of guys do that. Lots of guys crimp everything. So yeah. All right, well, moving on from the steel. I don't know if there's anything else we wanted to go over, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like furring bar, it's 7/8 wide. It's pretty straightforward. I might as well look it up just to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, it looks like that. Okay, and you can get this in all different kinds of gauges as well. This is what we use for bracing ceilings or doing ceilings or furring out, strapping out walls and all kinds of different things the furring bar is used for. But yeah, no, that's what furring bar is. The distance is usually almost always 7/8, okay? Excuse me. And you can get this 25 gauge, 20 gauge, 18 gauge, whatever gauge. It's pretty straightforward. And then the last thing, let me see if we can go angle. Yeah, there we go. And then normal angles. Oh, that's not it. But anyways, one side will be 1.25 inches. The other side will be 1.5 inches. Okay, that's pretty standard. Okay, 1.25 inches by 1.5 inches. The angle. This isn't it, guys. So don't get confused. But yeah, it's angle. It's 90. It's 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. That's standard stuff. You can get 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. You can get 2 inch. You can get 4. You can get some crazy sizes, but the standard size 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. Oh yeah, excellent. So right on. No, I get you. So frost walls and basements are probably the most common area to use crimpers, believe it or not. So I get that. That's definitely where you've seen that or learned it from. Yeah, frost walls in the basements. That's the most common area to use crimpers, guys. But I got you. All right, word up, man. I got you. Yeah. Are you doing the parapets too? Are you, or no? That's somebody else. So you could also, guys, just Google like an STC calculator or fire rating calculator. It's simple, right? This is for wood studs, though. Like this one's for wood, but let's just for fun. Okay, let's go. 400 is 16-inch insulation. Let's go with just regular batt. So glass fiber would be batt. So rock or slag, that would be your semi-rigid. This is sort of very stupid wording that this site is using. It should be batt, and then semi-rigid and rigid. Okay, or cellulose. That's the spray and stuff. Okay, but let's just use batt. Resilient metal channels. We'll say no res channel, no res bar. Protective layers. Let's go type X for fire rating, of course. We're gonna go 5/8 single layer. Okay. Oh, hold on here. 50. So I guess it's asking you what you want to achieve. So 45 minutes. So basically 5/8 is like 40 minutes a layer, okay? Load bearing type. Oh, non-load bearing, we'll say. That's weird. All right, that's a crappy calculator. Moving on. DuPont. I like this one here. This is neat. Okay, so this here, look at the different walls types, the like finishes. Okay. DuPont is like the guys who do like the membranes and stuff like that, and like the primers for that. Oh, look at that. Wall assembly inputs. Look at that. Energy code and year. Oh, look at that. So the code and everything. Climate zone, cladding, stucco. All right, we'll go usually 2-inch R10. Exterior sheeting, gypsum 5/8, sure. No, we'll go 6-inch, 16-inch. That would be R20. Interior finish will be, we're going to drop to 1/2-inch. I'm confused now. I don't know. Where does it put the results or say calculate? Huh. Anyways, that's weird. That doesn't work. What's this one here? CGC wall assemblies. Here we go. Yeah, like this is weird. Like these don't make sense. I just opened up a bunch, but yeah, it's weird. Let's see if this one will work here. Okay. So there's a half-hour rating. 1 layer 5/8 sheetrock gypsum panel. 1 layer 2-inch by 4-inch. Oh, that's the wood studs. 2x4 wood at 16-inch. Insulation, you got fiberglass. That's just weird wording, but 5.5 hours, 1 hour. 1 hour, you got 1 layer half 5/8 and 1 layer res channel. 3 5/8 steel stud. fiberglass insulation, and 5/8. So yeah, so you got 5/8 on either side for 1 hour. Let's load more, because most of the time they want 2 hours, or like 2 hours between, like demising walls are going to be 2 hours. That's why you go double layer 5/8, right? Look at this, like 1 hour, 1 hour. I've even seen 3 hour ratings for like heavy duty mechanical rooms and stuff. Holy cow. That's a lot of different assemblies, eh? Oh, not even at the 2 hour. Let's go up here. Let's see here. Let's just see. Let's find the different. Okay, wall assemblies. Let's go. Interior polyurethane, sure. We want fire resistant drywall panels, so type 5/8 type X for sure. Framing type steel stud, non-load bearing. Rating, let's go 2 hours. There we go. So that's cool, actually. That shows you a bunch of different systems here, and it gives you a detail. But yeah, there you go. You got 2 layers of 5/8. What? No, that's calling for three layers. That's not gonna happen. That's not right. You wouldn't do three layers of 5/8. That's not right. Oh, for STC 55 maybe? Well, that's weird. It's STC 58. Res channel. Here we go. There we go. STC 54. So sound rating 54. 2 hour fire rating is 2 layer 5/8 and 3 and 5/8 studs. It doesn't matter what the stud is. Okay, you go 6-inch, and the insulation will give you a little bit more of an STC rating. But yeah, to get your 2 hours 2 hour rating, you need double layer 5/8 both sides. Okay, now to get your STC rating up, you can thicken the wall, use a heavier insulation. You can add res channel. You can also add the green glue and stuff. I know I have an STC rating of 72 in my garage. Okay, my garage is 72, so that's super high, right? But it's a sound studio, right? So of course, the last thing I got to do is I'm going to replace my overhead door at the front with insulated metal panels. Hopefully I can do that this summer. But just to show you guys, so CGC, right? This stuff is cool. Like, you can come and explore this stuff if you're worried about not knowing or understanding. The information's there, but you got to be careful. Like to look. Don't go and say to get 2 hour rating. You're going to go install three layers of drywall. That's just not right. So let's go to 3 hours. Let's take off the 2 hour and go to 3 hour. And see what they come up with. So 3 hour. Let's drop down to 54, the same sound rating, or lower, even 52 here. So yeah, look at that. 3 layers of 5/8 on both sides. Okay, that's heavy duty. That's the most I've ever seen. Okay, is three layers on both sides. That's the most I've ever seen in my entire career. And that was like super heavy duty mechanical areas. Okay. So most of the time when it's a mechanical room inside of a unit that's already separated from other units, it's just like some kind of like electrical room or whatever, 1 layer 5/8. Okay, you just need that 45-minute rating. Okay, even if that, it's just an extra precaution basically at that time. But if it's a mechanical room for the building, okay, then you need to have 2 hour separation. Okay, it's double layer both sides 5/8. Okay. No, I don't think that's overkill at all. But I would have got rid of the res bar and used green glue, sound glue, and that would have shot his sound rating way up. Cause yeah, the res bar isn't my favorite product, man. It doesn't. It gives you, I don't know. It's not my favorite product, because Like, I liked the fact that I went, like, even on my ceiling here. So I got the 10-inch or whatever, is it 10 or 8-inch? I can't remember. Floor joists for the upstairs. So I got, it's packed with insulation. And then I was able to screw I got my sheets, my 5/8, double layer 5/8s on my ceiling here. I screwed it right to the wood. It's beautiful, super strong. And I green glued in between the layers on the ceiling, okay? The thing is with the res bar, is you can't screw it into the wood. You got to screw it into the res bar. You know what I mean? So you got to map out and make sure you're missing the wood, in fact, or you're going to screw up the whole sound rating, okay? So, but yeah, it's not overkill. If you really want sound to be soundproof, that's the way you do it. Absolutely. But like I said, I would have eliminated the res bar and bought the green glue. And mind you, the green glue is a lot more expensive. I think it's like $100 a tube. It cost me $3,000 just for glue, I think, in this place. Like, it was crazy expensive. Yeah, I'll show you. It's wonderful stuff. It really is super, super good stuff. Sounds like it's raining again. Yeah, there we go. Hold on, I don't want to go there. There it is. There's the green glue company right here. Yeah, just what it is right there. So it's basically almost one tube per sheet. Okay, like it's almost a full tube per sheet. When I'm using, I think like on the, I don't know, these were 10-foot sheets, and the ceiling I was using 12s, but. Wow, yeah, I could see that in a music recording studio, 4 layers. Oh yeah, I could totally see that, 100%. And the kidnapping rooms, yeah. But that's what it is. It's green glue, noise proofing compound. That's what I.
And cost-effective solution.
Is there music on that, guys?
The following video will provide instruction on how.
Let me just turn it up a little bit.
From your case of green glue noise-proofing compound. When ready to begin, tap your tube of compound on a hard surface to bring compound away from the tip and prevent dripping.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cut a 1/4 inch hole in the tip of the tube with a utility knife. Screw nozzle tightly over the tip of the tube and cut a 1/4 inch hole in the tip of the nozzle. When your nozzle is properly cut, place the tube in a standard 28-ounce caulk gun to prepare for installation.
The caulk gun.
Pull the trigger to dispense the product from the tube onto the drywall, leaving a 2 to 3 inch border around the panel to allow for handling.
This is exactly how I did it.
The application pattern does not matter so long as you have distributed product evenly across the drywall.
Yep.
For best performance, it is recommended that you apply 2 tubes of compound onto each 4 by 8 foot panel. Once the first tube is emptied, discard the cartridge, replace with a newly prepared second tube.
2 tubes? I don't know. I took me 120 tubes. Oh yeah, that's right. So I was just over 60 sheets. So it was 100. It's 120 tubes. So 2 tubes a sheet. Hey, what's up, Chris Compton, man? Good to see you, brother. Like, that's a lot of glue, man. It's expensive shit, but
it is recommended that
so
a 1/4 inch gap be left along the top and bottom of the panel to allow for sealing.
Yeah, that's a crazy amount. Yeah, so 2 tubes. That's right. It's been a few years since I did mine, but yeah, 2 tubes.
Screws that comply
I
with
did it exactly like they show you here. Yeah, I did it even like how he spread it on the sheet.
Applied green glue to
I did it exactly like that.
Panels.
What is it with these guys using drills? Like those drills, man. Use a drywall gun when you're doing drywall, man.
For information on other green glue products and for additional information on the green glue noise-proofing compound performance and installation, please visit www.greengluecompany.com.
Definitely, Zaphael, definitely. What's good, Chris Compton? What do you got cooking, man? Yeah, check this out too. They got different joint tape and like even on my boxes. So all of my boxes for lights and And like my switches and receptacle boxes and light boxes all have putty. So I wrapped it all with a soundproofing putty as well, right? Like I went all out on my studio. So the things like the bits you can get, I forget what they call them, but you can get oh no, yeah, it's raining here right now. It's just good. I'm almost done my front gardens. Holy cow, man. It's been cold this week, so I just took a break, but I'm almost done my front gardens. It's so much work, our gardens. Oh my God. Just wanted to see. Come on, punk. Clips. So these kind of clips, I think what they do is they go on to furring bar. Yeah, these are super high end, okay, when you're using these clips. Like, I've used these in, like, and this guy's using a drill. He's not even using an impact. Give me a break.
Mechanically separating two sides of a wall can improve sound transmission by allowing one side to vibrate independently from the other. Green glue noise-proofing clips are excellent for decoupling and have been proven to increase sound isolation across all frequencies. This video will provide instruction on installation and spacing of the clip. Clip spacing is 48 inches horizontal to using a pair of metal cutting shears. Once cut, fasten the hat channel into the clip by inserting the bottom lip first and pulling down to snap the channel into place.
Goes into the clip. Yeah, that's
Sections
right.
where hat channel is overlapped should be secured with two 1 1/4 inch fine thread drywall screws. Once all pieces of hat channel are snapped into place.
I've never used it with light gauge furring bar though. Only 20 gauge dries. Okay, it always stays like wet. I guess it doesn't dry. So it's that it just gives you that vibration or something. You know, I don't know. It's just crazy. But yeah, my weekend was great. My wife went out last night. She with her work, and they had she's in marketing and advertising, so it was like advertising awards night. So and her friend won an award, and her agency won an award. So that's good. It was good. And so I was with the kids. We had reverse dinner. I baked I did homemade cupcakes with them, you know, and then we made dinner. So yeah, we had reverse dinner, and then we just watched movies and popcorn, and then and then this morning wewife was out again at a course. So I'm tired. I didn't really sleep much. It was just too much. I was trying to take a nap today, but no, the kids weren't letting me have any of that. But yeah, so those clips are another product, pretty neat. What do we got here? Anyways, so yeah, you guys kind of got a bit of an idea of like fire rating and sound rating and stuff like that. As far as like tools go, like, oh my gosh, dude. So let me show you. Let me just kind of move this out of the way here for a second. And I'm going to switch over to let's get, oh, nope. All right, let's get that out of the way for a second here. I guess I'll put this over here. This is the new Hilti Neuron line, right? I love it. So these new batteries, they go in backwards. Okay, they're going in the front now, and they're a little bit further out at the front and like flush at the back, which was a little bit to get used to, but they're pretty neat. So they're kind of springy. I like they have the power indicator but they kind of pop like on a spring out, which is nice. The old ones weren't like that. They weren't as nice. But I love this new Hilti line. This is an impact gun, all right? This is for framing, okay? Framing and like screwing in things, okay? Drills are for drilling holes, okay? They're not for screwing things in, right? Impact guns are for screwing things in. And I love the light. That's new on the impact gun, that ring light there. Very, very cool. And for drywall, okay? And these batteries, oh my God, they charge super quick. Like just really a great system, actually, really great system. I like that this one here, okay, when you're listen, see how quickly it stops? Okay? The old one, we'll just use this old battery here. But yeah, you can see the difference, right? This is the old version. This is, oh, battery's dead. Hold on. Let's find one that works. Shit, I don't know. Oh, it's on. I bet you it's on my damn saw. Hold on here. There we go. All right, hold on here. Okay. Okay. Right. So the reason why the old one it takes so long to wind down is not as good as the new version is because if you want to reverse something out, okay, you got to wait for. And this one is a newer 4500. The older ones took even longer to wind down, but this one here, you can immediately put it in reverse. And reverse out a screw or something, okay? But yeah, these new 5000s are great. I burnt out a couple of these between the old version and then this final, like this Neuron line. They weren't so good. Like they were having problems with their depth gauge. Okay, this is your depth gauge here. So when you want to be able to. This is why I don't like the strip attachment, because you got to be constantly adjusting your depth. So when you're screwing in like your corners, your inside corners or whatever, you wanna tighten it in a couple bit. You want it because it, and then if you guys know this is your distance. So you put this against your wall, and you go straight in. That's your distance for corners, okay? For screwing in, boom, boom. There's a reason why these are the same size, okay? You butt this up to the wall, and then you screw that corner in, and then yeah, you want to come out for your field screws and in on the bevels and in on the corners. Okay, yeah, I just put screws in my hand one at a time, boom, 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 boom. And then also, if you're switching between inch and a quarter and 2 inch for double layer, okay, it's just like, yeah, the strips to me are just too much of a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm not a fan of them. Lots of guys do them. It's just a preference thing, I suppose. Okay, but yeah, so that's your drywall gun, and the pieces. You got your magnetic shaft, okay? Now, this is Hilti's standard size. It's short. So if you go and buy just any shaft, it won't work in the Hiltis, okay? The Hilti has its own specific size. It's a short shaft, okay? But yeah, that's like magnetic bit holder. You always want to use a magnetic bit holder with steel stud, okay? Always, always, always magnetic bit holder. But yeah, that's the old version, the SID 22 or whatever, the impact gun. Hey, that one had lights, I think, too. I think it had lights on this version. I'm not sure. Hey, I appreciate that, man. And then you're always using a Phillips number 2, okay? Phillips number 2. That's basically your standard bit for a steel stud and drywall. Hilti, they just don't die. Like I've never killed an impact gun, Hilti impact gun, but I've killed drywall guns, that's for sure. This is your 1/2-inch drill. Okay, so this is for making holes, guys. Okay, like you have the right tool for the job. Okay, this has got a hammer drill function. Okay, 15 speed and a hammer drill function just in case. You know, might as well just get the hammer drill one that does do hammer. You got two speeds here. Okay, but yeah, that's your 1/2-inch drill. Okay, it's beautiful. So I use this for making holes. So like when you're doing 15 gauge and 16 gauge, sometimes you want to pilot holes for pin bolts and stuff like that, because a hammer drill bit, like your actual hammer drill, which I don't have out here, damn it, but this isn't what you use to drill in pin bolts. Okay, you use a hammer drill. I'll show you what that is right up on Hilti here. Actually, go to power tools. Rotary hammers, sure, I think it's in here. Yeah, so yeah, these are the types of hammer drills that you would use for putting in pin bolts for like door frames or pin bolting down bottom track. Okay, there's two different models. I like this one. Okay, I like this version, the one with the long barrel type thing. I like this one. It gets into more places than the square model. Okay, so if you look at the this other version, it's like this. Okay, it doesn't get into as many places as the square one, so that's why I like the square one. You know, yeah, holes in concrete and concrete deck, exactly. Yeah, or if you're like sometimes if you don't have a special shooter to do hanger wire in the ceilings, okay, you would pre-drill, and then drill in your eye hooks or eye bolts or whatever in there. Type thing. Okay, this is your router or drywall cutout tool. Okay, so there's different pieces on that. Let me see if I can get a hold on here we go. I'm not gonna take it apart, but you hold the lock and then unscrew this, and your bolt here or your whatever stopper here can come right off. You can change the coupler to change the width of the bit that goes in. This is a guide point. It's got like a soft tip on the outside to go around trace boxes and stuff. Okay, that's for tracing. And then there's the standard point that does not have a soft tip. Okay, the standard point is for doing like cuts, like when you're cutting out circles or like pipes or whatever. You can use your circle cutter to guide it, and then you'll do this, or you're cutting tops like stuff around, you know, that's for cutting out the sheets, and the guide point is for tracing stuff. Okay, there's a 1/4-inch bit right there with the 1/4-inch coupler, and then there's one in between. I can't remember what it is, like 5/16, 1/8, 5/16 or something like that, right? Different couplers for different size of bits. Okay, the biggest being your 1/4-inch bit or 3/8 or whatever it is. I think it's, I don't know, I think is it 1/4 or 3-inch? I can't remember. It's the big one. So yeah, you can have there's 3 different sizes of bit for that, and 2 different types of bits. So guide point, standard point, and then yeah, you got your 3 sizes. Okay, 1/8, 5/16, and I don't know if it's 3/8 or 1/4-inch. But yeah, drywall cutout tool or router. We call them routers. Drywall router. Okay, it's not a router. A lot of guys call these routers. And then yeah, this is for cold cut. This is just doing for rough cuts on site. I wouldn't recommend it for doing a whole job with. It's 3/8. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, brother. This is a wood blade because I just built the platform, like a 7-foot deck to do a stairwell, but you can metal blades. This is the metal saw. Okay, it's got different RPM for cutting, lower RPM for cutting metal. Okay, but you can cut wood with it. But this is the cold cut metal saw. The X cut blades are like $100 a piece, so quite expensive. yeah, that's pretty standard stuff. But yeah, that just mean like have the right drill for the right for the job, okay? Like, my goodness, clamps are pretty straightforward, guys. So I love these. They're my favorite clamps in the world. You can get these on my Amazon store, like on my recommended products page. These are the 9DR clamps. These are the most, I love these because of the wide grip on them. So you can clamp anything, like, you know, almost anything. I don't use the big clamps at all anymore. I use these for everything, okay? So I got lots of these ones. These are the best clamp there is. I wanted to show you there's these ones with swivels. I very rarely use these ones, okay? Like, hardly ever use the ones with swivel ends. Because it just doesn't leave you a lot of room to put the screw in, okay? I'll show you the ones that I do use. Let's see here. Oh. Come here, little donkey. Oh, that's it. Oh, come here, you. Where are you? Damn it, I can't see shit. Well, that's weird. It could be somewhere inside, but let me just turn my light on for a second here. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Very cool. I got a saw. Yeah. Line laser, pin laser. Alright. Cool. Some more goodies here. So, you gotta be kidding me. See, I got another swivel one. I don't use these. That's why they're together. I don't use these swivel ones. Basically, they just have the normal baby clamps that have ends just like these ones do. Okay, they're just smaller. Okay, I don't use these, but you know you can get them that have ones that have these little release tabs or whatever. You tighten them here, but these are baby clamps. Use those to clamp your studs in or just small stuff or whatever, okay? But yeah, these are the only two clamps you really need are these big clamps and baby clamps. But do not get swivel head ones, okay? These are for different stuff, okay? They're not for framing. Yeah, I'm not gonna look for them. They're probably inside. I should have brought out more tools with me, but we can put these away. Chalk line, simple, basically black, like a high visibility one, like number 4 or 5. For layout, you want to be like 3 or lower. Blue for snapping on drywall. Your framing square, very standard. So this, your butterfly clips here, okay, are important for your, you just you clip your tape onto the stud, okay, use it to draw out your 16s, okay, you just clamp the 16-inch on your first 16, okay, and just, yeah, you can pull from there to do your layouts. If you need to stretch a long way, I guess you could clamp it. Sometimes I'll clamp it to the end and then run and take a long measurement type thing. But it's like an extra pair of hands, okay? I love it. The Stanley Fat Max 25 foot is the only tape you need. Okay? Clamps are the best. Yeah, you know it. to install lighting better. I do have to change the lights. I want to put like the pod light LEDs in, right? Because I can't open the overhead door with the bulbs. It hits them, so I need to. That's something I have to do. I gotta put the flat recessed LEDs in, and then I'm gonna get insulated panels for my overhead door. That way I can open and close it. But yeah, don't buy any other tape, guys. Do not buy, and the reason being is never buy one that has metric and imperial. Okay, you need to be able to see both. Don't go with the small one. Okay, that is no good. The 1-inch Olfa can cut insulation. It can even cut semi-rigid like Roxol. It can cut rigid. It can cut bat. It can cut any type of drywall. It's sturdy. It's very sturdy. So when you use the little one, your lines can be like this, right? This is strong and sturdy. Plus, okay, look, you got tons of room when you're tape cutting, right? You got tons of room to cut, right? And you want that death grip on there, right? So you're just boom, boom, boom. Okay, that little one is just too puny. Okay, I don't know. That's for arts and crafts. Okay, the smaller knives are for girls. They're for arts and crafts. You need to use the 1-inch Olfa. That's the straight blade that I use. There's the old school ones, okay, where they're the double-edged ones, which I used for many years. But you can't cut insulation with that shit and all that, right? This is a one blade does all, right? That's what you want, okay? That's a rasp. That's a rasp. Boom, boom, boom. That's for when you do cuts, okay? You just make them nice and smooth, okay? It's important when you're doing certain things, okay, to have smooth edges. A lot of tapers have these so that they can fix corners and do stuff, okay? Well, the taper shouldn't have to do that. The drywaller should make it nice so that taper doesn't have any problems. This right here, sorry, this is kind of muddy right now, but this is a scuba diving knife. Okay, something with a serrated edge is really good for semi-rigid like Roxol and stuff like that. Okay, I got different knives for cutting semi-rigid like Roxol, but yeah, this is something that the sheet metal workers union this is what they used when I was working there, and I got that through them. So I have a couple of these blades. They're scuba diving knives, pretty good. Nice tool actually. I don't really use it much anymore, but it is what it is. Circle cutter, right? This is for cutting circles, like for pipes and stuff like that. You find center and straightforward. Okay, you got your pipe sizes along like your hole sizes here. Okay, always go a little bit bigger than the pipe. You know what I mean? Don't go super tight. Just go a little bit bigger, and this scores the paper. And then that's where the standard bit on the cutout tool comes in. Just zoop, cut, right? Done. Your keyhole saw, okay? So for example, straight up water lines, for example, they will go through this. This is like 1 inch or so, or a little bit smaller than an inch. Let's actually measure it here. 3/4, yeah, 3/4. That's right. They're 3/4 of an inch here, so you can just stab it and turn it around, and there's your hole for the water lines in smaller openings. Okay. Oh, you don't even have to tell me. I love Tajima. I love everything Tajima. Yeah, I love their chalk lines. I haven't been able to get one of their chalk lines though forever. I've been trying to get one. This side hook, and I use this the big lug. It's also on my Amazon page. And then drywall lifter. These come in different shapes, different styles. This is the one I pretty much use all the time. I got tons of these guys. Like I got probably 10 of these. But yeah, these are drywall lifters. Okay, so when you're doing laydowns, or if you're doing like stand-ups and you gotta do it on a T-bar or lift it up to the ceiling, whatever. This is a lifter, drywall lifter. Okay. 2 foot square is essential for layout. Okay, 2 foot square. It's not essential for normal just workers or whatever, but it's essential for layout. It's super handy for drywall. Okay, it's a must for drywallers if you ask me. Yeah, that's it right here. This is for my this goes on my belt right here. No, I never used the metal attachment on the drill. If you notice, I take it off. I take it off immediately. It just gets in the way. I never use it. I use the big lug. Okay, I get this on Amazon. You can actually, this is also on my store page on Amazon for recommended products or whatever. But yeah, I even did a video on this. Actually, Chris Compton, didn't you? Did you comment on that video on my Amazon video? I hadn't had a comment on that video in so long. I think it was you that commented on it. But yeah, it was on this is the product that I use. Yeah, it's called the Big Lug. But yeah, that's like. Oh, here, I can show you. Alright. So, alright. So, actually, hold on, let me clear this. Let me clear the table. Talked about all that stuff. Those are clips for framing walls underneath T-bar. Alright. Horizontal line, vertical line, both. Some like the Dovo one I have has a vertical line on the front as well, so it shoots 90, which is beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to use that Dovo laser a lot more now. Excuse me. And then last but not least, before I get to that answer for you, these go on T-bar. Okay, this is how you frame walls underneath T-bar. These clips go on your mains or your cross tees or whatever, and you screw the top track into these clips. That way, you're never putting a screw into the grid. Okay, you use these clips for underneath T-bar. Okay, that's how you do that. I'm just wondering, yeah, Revo, the Revo clip. So R-E-V-O-E, Revo clips. Okay, those are what you need for framing walls under T-bar. That way you're not putting screws in the grid. Okay, so here's my pouch. My pouch setup. I have two pouches. Okay, it's like an electrician side pouch. The leather Cadillac. This is where I put my tools. You know, I always have a variety of markers and pencils. My Olfa knife goes here, keyhole goes here. I got a rasp in there. I never really use this pocket. Okay, I wish it was a little bit bigger, but it just doesn't really fit anything, so I don't really use this one a bunch. And I never use this clip either. But yeah, I like the Kronies padded belt and the Kronies padded overalls, like the suspenders, sorry. And then my screw pouch on this side. I love this 5-pocket, okay? That way I put my tape measure in the top here, and then I can have multiple different types of screws. I always put my chalk line down here. It's gorgeous, okay? This is a nice 5-pocket is what you want. You don't want anything less, or definitely not more. But yeah, the 5-pocket is perfect, okay? So now moving on. I can just actually set it up. Let's put it on over here. All right, hold on here. All right, where did that stick? Okay, so we got the drills. Where is that? I just threw this stupid thing in here, didn't I? Hey, Johnny. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, so the big lug. Okay. It just goes right on your belt. Oh yeah, like that. Okay. Boom. Just like that. Pretty straightforward, okay? And then same thing for the drywall gun. Boom. Just like that, right there. Okay? That's how that works. Right on. See, and you're bending down, it falls like kind of in between your legs type thing. Oh, yeah, and I super appreciate that, guy. I really appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, that was awesome, man. I really, really, really appreciate that. Yeah, it's a slow grow on YouTube, man. I wish we had more, like, you know, more funding to do better things even. But yeah, that's how that works, man. Pretty straightforward. I like this one. I've been using this one for a long time. And then, yeah, you can play with it. Put it where, you know, over here more if you want. Like, it doesn't have to be right there. It could be over here. Like, you can, whatever feels comfortable for you. But, yeah, it's super, super easy. And, of course, you can bend it in. If it's a little loose or too tight, okay, you can bend it in a little bit, right? These last a long time. Like, the only time I've ever had to replace my my hook is when I lost the screw. Like, it came apart. And I lost the bolt and the nut, so yeah, and then I bought a new one. So, whew. But yeah, that's how that goes. Oh yeah. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, if you understand everything I just showed you today, and are aware of all those tools, man, you've got a pretty good basic understanding of what's up. Okay, like the thing is, like with the Stanley tapes, man, those are the best. Okay, like I got metric tapes and imperial tapes. Okay, because I don't mix it up. You want to be able to read both sides of that tape for speed. Okay, it's for speed purposes. Whew. Okay, if you shouldn't really need to convert metric and imperial too much, okay? Especially if we're just an installer, you should never need metric, okay? The only guys who need metric are the guys doing the layout. So sometimes they might need to convert, you know, and it's weird. On big jobs, you're going to have more metric, okay? Because it's just easier to work in metric. But I would just, if it's giving you numbers in metric, just use a metric tape and use metric. Like why convert to imperial? Metric is so much easier to work with. I don't understand why we don't all use metric, to be honest, but it is what it is. So, but I get it. We're wired. I used to know all the conversions. So I think 1 meter or what's the conversion? So a meter to so 1 meter is 3.281 feet. Like I can look like 400 meters, 16 inches. Okay, it's just kind of wired in my brain. Okay, so lots of like that's from estimating big jobs and just doing lots of layout and stuff like that. You know. 39.5? 39. What's 39 point? No, 1 foot is 3. It's 3.281 or something like that feet to each meter, right? Yeah, something like that. And then a square meter is shit, I can't remember now. Hey, nice. Congratulations, brother. Got a raise. I love it. I love it, man. All right. Good for you, man. That is dope, man. Dope. Now making more than when I was working non-union. That's good. Very good, brother. Congratulations. That's super sexy. I love it. I love it. That's great. That's good, man. That's so good. Yeah, it's still really slow. I don't know what the hell's going on out here right now, but it feels dead, like just dead right now. It's awful. It's awful, man. I'm doing some advertising this week. I'm advertising my film business more than I am the construction side of things. So I kind of want to get into I'm going to specialize in construction video though, and I have a bunch of companies and agencies and stuff that I'm going to approach. And because I know everyone needs video, So I'm just gonna keep going and yeah, just whatever I can do. But yeah, I want to partner up with more suppliers and more people and do more professional installation videos and stuff like that. I'm always gonna do how-to videos, that's for sure. That's always gonna be something that I do. But yeah, a lot of people looking for work. Great, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on right now. It's insane, man. It's insane. I really think it has to do with the political landscape of things, like especially with Canada. They got all these new taxes. They got this new capital gains tax coming in, and it would probably affect anyone starting a building now. By the time that it's done, right, to sell it, it'll affect them. It's and then the carbon tax, like these liberals have destroyed our economy. So yeah, it's awful, man. It's awful. But I still have hope. I like I said, that's why I'm gonna be exactly. I'm gonna be concentrating more in my video side of things, because this is the thing, guys. When I look at videos on like suppliers' websites and manufacturers or whatever, like their products, they're not like we just saw a guy using a drill to install drywall on a freaking drywall supplier's website. You know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous to me. You know what I mean? Like, they should be using the right tools. You know, like, it's so stupid. But here we are. That leaves a good opportunity for me. Somebody who understands construction, doing construction videos. Okay, I'm not just a video guy. I'm a construction guy, and I know a lot of stuff. I'm also a full national construction safety officer, so I know safety and stuff too. So I can help with safety videos. I can do training videos, whatever, man. Marketing videos, business overview videos, social media content, whatever. It's all good, right? Yeah, they got guys there doing with clean belts and clean tools doing the work. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Facts, right? No, that's cool, man. But yeah, too, guys. Like I said, I'm recording all my content now, all my live streams. I'm recording them, so because of like all the buffering issues we have, so I'm chopping them down. Cutting out all the fat, adding some stuff, you know. Let me go to my channel here real quick to show you again. I know we talked about it at the beginning because there's new guys here. I want to show you guys what I'm doing. All right, so if we go to my channel here, whoop. Yeah, that guy. So when we one of the things that I've done a few of are the security cages for like, you know, hemp stores, like weed stores, banks, all these things that use 1/4 inch graded aluminum, or yeah, sorry, not aluminum, but metal mesh. Sorry. Oh yeah, check this out. So this here, I wanted to show you guys. This is an expansion bead. Okay. So this is the kind of trim tech that goes inside of your expansion joints, right? So this part, and you can also get this fire rated. So it's very expensive to get it fire rated, but this is what goes in your expansion joints. You can put it. So that's why that's when I bought that drill, because you got a pre-drill, okay, your hole for the rivet, and then I use an air gun, an air riveter. It's just so much easier. You don't want to. You will go through so many hand like guns. Like you want to use the air one, okay? But yeah, you can get one at Princess Auto for $100 or $50. Sorry, and it'll do thousands of them. I believe not. No. No, you got to do the whole program. So you got to do the whole interior systems mechanic program to get your red seal. Okay, you can't just be a drywaller. No, you got to get your full ISM. I think for that. And you can't get a red seal for drywall. No. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Chris. The safety thing, the safety hazards. That's right. But if you look back, I re-uploaded. Oh, now playing. I just want to shut that off. Okay. When I'm gonna have this new logo, it's that live live remastered. Okay, that means I've taken a live stream and I've remastered it. Okay, I've cut out the fat. I've improved the audio. The video is always better too. And then I've cut out everything that's not talking about the subject. Okay, so it's just straight talk about that subject. Like this blueprint one, layout one, it's really good. It's an hour and 15 minutes of just pure gold information. So yeah. That's awesome, Chris. No, yeah, get that apprenticeship. It's a 4-year program, I believe, right? I think it's a 4-year program. Yeah, and it's a great program, but it talks about everything. It talks about even EFIS. EFIS is the EFIS stucco is included in that. It talks about it covers everything. It's a good program. It's a very good program. Yeah, Red Seal it's a construction thing. So basically, when you have your Red Seal, you can work in any province in Canada. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't even think framers, like just framers, like wood framers, I don't think you can get a Red Seal for that either. You got to do the local framing. You got to get the local framing ticket, I think. Maybe I could be wrong though, but yeah. So look out for that live remastered now in the thumbnails, guys, and that'll be a live stream that's been like beautiful, you know. But yeah, you're welcome, guys. So yeah, I hope you guys had some fun today. I gotta get going here. It's getting late, but I appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry. I know at the beginning of the stream it was we have a massive scope. Yeah, right on. I love it. That's awesome. Guys coming in and asking questions and talking with me and hanging out. It's super awesome. Appreciate you. Yeah, Chris, man, no problem at all. I still gotta get this vMix social thing figured out so I can put your comments up on the screen again. I can't figure out how to get it on my laptop. I'm having some sort of network issue here. But yeah, you got a black seal. Allows me to do any construction work in Canada without any inspection. Yeah, we got a big problem with like inspections. Like our inspectors aren't that skilled. Like they're passing garbage. Like it's crazy. Like you got these inspectors that are like overkill, and then you got these other inspectors that'll pass anything. It's crazy. I don't get it. But you guys have a great start to your week. Yeah, Lemonade 188 veteran. Of course, Professor X, Raphael, my man. Sammy Superstar, Will Cash. Yeah, man. Good group. Bill Beckett. Yeah, good stuff. Good to see the boys. Good to see the boys, man. Oh yeah, anytime, any question, guys, if you have questions, always leave a comment. I check my comments like multiple times a day to try to give answers, so I'm answering questions all the time. But yeah, just leave a comment under any video. It doesn't have to be related to the video. Okay, I'll answer your questions the best I can. And yeah, all right, guys, have a great start to your week. Be safe out there. And we'll see you real soon, okay? I promise. Bye for now, dudes. Let's get some tunes going. What do we got here? Yeah, God bless you guys too. Take care, guys.
I saw indeed. You see I'm in the top, yeah, it's top 10. Hey, now I'm in blessed mode, did you forget, bro? Put G.O.D. first and nothing less, no. On a radar per release, per request, yo. Life is like a dice game, that's a bet, though. Is you bugging, that's a dub. Shoulder shrug to the stub. Tell them hit the squatty up. See a line of cars meet up. Nah, don't bother us. Windows fogging up. If she in a passenger, then you know she finest. Damn, it's really still a bros. And my blood love, all is all love. AWD, I got a newer clutch. And my guapi up, you could call me up. Since you know the